Hello and welcome to ChriskaYoga. In today's video, I will be talking about 10 yoga poses that you can do for flexibility. These poses will help you gain and maintain flexibility throughout the body, so I really hope it helps you out. This video was requested from a poll that I did on Instagram on my Insta stories. I asked everyone on Instagram to vote as to which video I was going to post today, and this video won almost 80%. So if you would like some input in my future videos, definitely follow me on Instagram at ChriskaYoga, and I post very often on there, especially on the Insta story, so you definitely want to be following me over there. Please excuse my voice. I am suffering from a bit of I'm not sure if it's a cold or some kind of throat thing, so please excuse my voice if it sounds a bit raspy or cracks at times. Before we get started, if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button down below the video. It is free to subscribe. I would love to have you as a subscriber and a part of this growing community. I post 2 free yoga classes on this channel every single week. So let's get into my top 10 poses for gaining flexibility. The first pose that I'm going to be talking about is actually 2 poses that flow from one to another, and it's cat and cow. These poses are great not only for warming the body up from the core, but they're also great for gaining flexibility in the back very gently. So if you're looking for back flexibility, then definitely add this yoga pose or these yoga poses into your daily yoga routine. It really helps to warm the body up fully, and it really also helps you to gain that back flexibility that you're looking for. The next pose I'm going to be talking about is a yin yoga pose called melting heart. I think it's also known as puppy stretch, but this pose is excellent for back flexibility as well. It's also great for chest and upper body flexibility, hip flexibility, and I'm showing the variation where my toes are tucked underneath here, which also promotes flexibility in the feet. So it's really a very well-rounded pose. It's really relaxing as well, and I definitely think if you're not familiar, if you haven't tried it before, definitely give it a try. The next pose adds on to the last one, but this is melting heart with a twist. So you'll have to do this on both sides in order to maintain symmetry in the body, but this is a great shoulder stretch as well, adding on to the melting heart pose, which is also a very well-rounded stretch, as I said before. So adding a twist to your melting heart is a really great way to add an extra bit of upper body stretch as well. Sticking with the upper body here, I'm going to be talking about eagle arms. So this is the arm portion of the Garudasana or eagle pose. You have to do this pose on both sides in order to maintain symmetry, but this is great for shoulder flexibility, upper back flexibility. It's excellent for arm flexibility. If you're looking for a great upper body stretch to help relieve tension or gain flexibility in the upper back, then this is an excellent pose to do. Sticking with the upper body once again, I'm going to be talking about this wall stretch for your arms. So I don't believe this has a proper yoga name, but it's an excellent stretch for your arms in the opposite direction of the eagle stretch that I just talked about. So if you want to experience more openness in the chest and shoulders, this one is a really deep shoulder stretch, and you'll need a wall or a strong, stable surface in order to practice this. And you'll also have to practice this on both sides in order to maintain symmetry in your body. But this one is a really great quick stretch that you can do, and it also gets really deep into the chest for a deeper chest and shoulder opening. Now moving on to the legs and hips, the next pose I'm going to be talking about is Baddha Konasana, also known as bound ankle pose. This is an excellent pose for your hips and legs and low back, and you can also get an even deeper stretch by placing the elbows on the knees and gently pressing them down towards the floor as you fold forward. So you can make this stretch a little bit deeper with that extra bit. So bound ankle pose is a really great leg and hip stretch. The next pose I'm going to be talking about is Half Lord of the Fishes, also known as Ardha Matsyendrasana. This pose is a twist, so you will be stretching the back and shoulders as well. but it's also a great hip stretch. You can make this a less intense hip stretch by keeping the bottom leg straightened out in front of you instead, so this pose can be modified according to your needs. But you must also do this pose on both sides to maintain symmetry in the body. This one's a really great stretch for your hips, legs, and back. The next pose I'm going to be talking about is low lunge. This is an excellent hip stretch because it stretches the hips in both flexion and extension. In order to do so and practice symmetry in the body, you have to do this pose on both sides, but it is a really great hip stretch and even a lower back stretch. So if you're looking for that hip flexibility, that hip opening, then this one is a great one to practice regularly. And the final pose I'm going to be talking about today is this runner's stretch. I am unsure as to whether or not this pose has a Sanskrit term, but it is commonly known as runner's stretch. It is a great hamstring stretch and it's perfect to flow into from low lunge, so the pose that I discussed previously. This is a great hamstring stretch, but also it's great for the entire back of the leg, so you can stretch the calf, the ankle, and the bottom of the foot even. It's just a really great, well-rounded leg stretch for the muscles in the back of the leg. Again, as I've said for multiple poses in this video, you must practice this pose on both sides in order to maintain symmetry in your body. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like, a thumbs up. Down below the video, leave me a comment letting me know what your favorite pose out of these 10 poses were. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already to this channel for 2 free yoga videos every single week. Thank you so much. See you next time.